Hello, hello, everybody. I am in the controlled environment of the office because I know people would complain about the birds, and the birds were actually out in full force today, so I brought it inside. Hope you guys don't mind. Also, I have a bunch of work that I have to do today anyway, so I figured, no pun intended, I'd kill two birds with one stone, being in the office and live streaming. But don't worry, I'm not going to be doing work while I live stream, and we have coffee. So, everything's good, everything's normal. Started a little bit later today on the live stream, but we're gonna have a nice morning. It's still morning, because it's like 11:42 a.m. Let's get down to business. T-Con with like the question right out the gate. He says, "Hey man, what's your favorite quartz watch?" And he made sure to yell the word quartz. My favorite quartz watch is the Seiko Tuna SBBN 031 with the 7C46 quartz movement. Let's see who's here today, though. That fellow there, certified T3 bot, Die Web Night Show, says, "Hello there, Jedi, young Jedi." Oh, I'm a Padawan still, actually. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot says, "Hey, Jory, pumping iron at the moment." Excuse me. James K, certified T3 bot and moderator, says, "Beep boop." Cowboy Swami, T3 and the boys. What's going on? Lyndon Durgan, Dems, certified T3 bot. "Hi, Jory. Hellos to all." John Conan, certified T3 bot. "What up, Jory?" "What up, John? What's going on?" Linky is here in the office with me today. Howdy, cowboy. Rudy Love says, "Hello." That's the wrong watch channel. That's Jody, not Jory. 30-year-old boomer says, "The birds were drones flown by glow-in-the-dark feds, so it's all good." Exactly, dude. Exactly. We don't need to deal with these government birds. Dean, certified T3 bot, is here, so I can now do my rants of the day if there is one to do. Johan Sigfridsson says, "Hello from Sweden." "Hello, Echo 11 from New England." And so am I. I'm a New Englander. So, Maine, love you. Spent a lot of summers in the Gunquit, and I caught a bunch of shellfish over there. It was a lot of fun. Steve Harding, certified T3 bot, says, "What's up?" Oh my god, I have not heard that in probably 2 decades. Nick P, everyone's here. So, Rick Green, certified T3 bot, says, "Hey T3 bots, glad to be here after a long absence. I've been traveling to Kansas City a lot for football games and Super Bowl celebrations. It's been 50 years in the making." Well, congratulations. Congratulations, Missouri. Steve Harding, certified T3 bot, "What do you mean? What the F has happened to my members bit?" Don't know what you mean by that. Go Chiefs. Never mind, it just glitched. Okay. T-Con, wouldn't you prefer the 9F quartz over the SBBN 231? I have the SBBN 031, and that's the 7C46 quartz, and they're both very different quartz movements. One was built to be very robust and very tough, and one was built to be very refined and very fanciful and finished. So for me, personally, I would go 7C46. Because with what I do and with my lifestyle and with what I enjoy doing, 7C46 quartz is much more appealing to me. This is Taco says, "Hello, Jory." Chi-Town, California, who were your beard role models? Samson from the Bible. Let's see. Umar Imran says, "How was your Valentine's Day date?" It was great. we were keto for a month. And then last night was exactly 1 month. And so we went to an Italian restaurant and we had pasta. So we broke keto at like the perfect moment. It was Valentine's Day and it was at a very good restaurant. Josh alum 732 says deadlift versus squat when letting off steam. I guess it depends with what you're strongest at, but if you can load up a bunch of, it depends which one you can load up a bunch of weight on, right? If you have a better squat than deadlift, then I would say squat. If you have a better deadlift than squat, I would say deadlift. Honestly though, if you're gonna let off a ton of steam, there's nothing like gripping and ripping a deadlift and then throwing the bar down. So I would say deadlifts. LT with the huge super chat. Thank you so much. He says, go! Thank you so much, dude. We get all of our support from the channel members, guys, and from stuff like this. Google is not super generous with like channels my size. So it's much appreciated, guys, with the with my channel support and my members. You guys freaking rock. L Train 308 GTS, you freaking rock. Thank you so much. Freedom Van says, what up, Jory? Tuning in while sitting on a Sierra Denali while my wife's Crosstrek gets serviced. I just found it on a lot. It was unlocked, so I made myself at home. Hey, man, enjoy yourself. Chi-Town, California, your current record for farmer carry. So I'm not a strong man. I'm a power lifter, so we train with farmers carry, but we don't compete with farmers carry. So I don't have like a recorded weight for farmers carry. But every time I do farmers carry, it's with something called Gorilla Grips. So it pretty much magnifies the difficulty of whatever weight you're doing. But we do farmers carries because that's how you get that forearm strength. So I did not wear my Panerai last night. I actually wore my Seiko Fuyugashiki on a Man Cave leather strap. Special thanks to Man Cave for supporting the channel. And it was really cool because Connie got me that watch, so I figured it would be proper to wear it. Steve Harding, certified T3 bot, are we having a shop restock soon? Yes, pay attention next week. There's still one watch available. Unfortunately, you guys missed out on the discount code that I offered yesterday, but one person took advantage of it and bought that beautiful Zenith. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Someone got a very, very, very pristine Zenith. Catalino says, zup, what's going on? F Polk says, hey Jory, are you still wearing the Stalker and Yale? Nick P with the super chat. Thank you so much, Nick, with the very cool GIF. Says, one up. Am I still wearing the Stalker and Yale? I'm not wearing it today. I have a little ritual on Saturdays. Saturday mornings, when it's nice and cool out in the morning, and I'm driving my STI around the canyons, I like wearing chronographs. And I'm wearing a chronograph right now, but I'm not going to show you until maybe a little later. We might get 100 people here today, so we'll wait. Do I think Seiko will relaunch the SKX? Not anytime soon, because they already did relaunch it with that Seiko 5 Abomination, so they're probably not going to make the SKX again. Wait until we're older and they'll do some stupid limited edition. Is Marissa here? I didn't see her. Excuse me. Marissa, certified T3 bot, and my sister said, did Connie propose to you last night? She did not. Another year waiting and hoping the question gets popped. No, she didn't. She did not. Cowboy Swami says, please moderators, how do I become a member on iPhone? Milcom will tell you. Steve Harding, certified T3 bot, says, Jory, I ordered the new Seiko Sport Hulk. I'm so sorry. John Conan is spot on, certified T3 bot. He says, LOL, I feel like Connie is beyond a cliche moment. Yeah, I don't think that she would be. Not that, I mean, it's not that she wouldn't be into it if I did last night, but I think, I don't think she needs to be proposed to on Valentine's Day. I think it's a little bit too on the nose. So, yeah. David Levin says, Shalom, Jory. Good Shabbos, David. From NorCal, where it's beautiful and sunny. Wow. Awesome. Same here in SoCal. It's weird that we're in the same state because it's very different in NorCal. F. Polk, so are you proposing soon? You guys will find out. That's why you propose on President's Day. And that fellow there, certified T3 bot, propose on Halloween. Yeah, that'll set a nice tone for the relationship. Dima, indoor stream today? Yes, indeed. No, we're outside, actually. There's no roof. It's convertible. Brandon, black or white dial Explorer 2? That should give you your answer. Right there. That is my watch. And 937, the company, made that for me. Sadat, do Connie and Jory ever disagree on watches? I mean, she has her opinions. Don't get me wrong. I've told her that I like certain watches, and she's like, "Oh, I don't like that one." Even with cars, I'll be like, "Oh man, I love this car," and she'll be like, "That's ugly," or something. So yeah, we will disagree for sure. I can't think of any watches off the top of my head that Connie dislikes that I like. Yeah, I can't think of it. And luckily, pretty much all the watches in my collection, Connie is a fan of. So, yeah. Andy says, hello, Jory, from London, England. How are you doing, sir? LT, certified T3 bot. Are you outside with an inside green screen? Yeah, it's actually a green screen in the office. And, well, I'm outside, but the green screen is of the office. That's actually a picture. That's why you don't see anything back there. Connie buys, Jory wears, teamwork makes the dream work. Not true. I make the money, she spends the money. Chen, make sure your proposal includes a watch. Yeah. Chevy guy, what's up, Joy? Happy Saturday from Cape Cod. Love Cape Cod. Enjoy it. Spent some time in Cape Cod and have some great memories. Also, I love Cape Cod chips, but I don't eat them when I'm on keto, which is, you know, whatever. T-Con, thoughts on the... Guess what, dude? One of the benefits of being in the office is you can ask me about watches and I can Google the reference numbers if I don't know them off the top of my head. So that's great. Cape Cod, grew up there. Well, I am from Amherst, New Hampshire, which is southern New Hampshire, 10 minutes outside of Mass. We're literally 10 minutes outside of the Massachusetts border. And so the only thing we had to do was to drive into Boston because there's nothing in New Hampshire. So I got love for you guys. SBGX is a Grand Seiko that looks like a Sarbo 3.3. So here's what I'll tell you, just get the Sarbo 3.3 because this is not something I would ever buy. You're literally going to spend a few thousand on a watch that looks exactly like a Sarbo 3.3. So don't do it. Yes, I know it's a 9F quartz, but I still wouldn't buy it because it looks boring. Steve Harding, certified T3 says, FYI, chips are fries, and the chips you talk about come in crisp packets. We call them crisps. Oh, come off it. You guys call cookies biscuits. And you call soccer football. I can't trust any of you. And I'm joking. I love my UK followers because I have so many viewers from the UK that my GMT on my Explorer 2 is set at your guys' time zone. It's set at GMT. So I can keep track of all of you guys. Dima, Jory, have you ever tried the full carnivore diet? I actually have, and it wasn't that bad. My stomach didn't get messed up like everyone else's did. But the hardest part for me is that I actually enjoy eating some vegetables. So, like broccoli and bok choy. I love bok choy, man. It might be because my girlfriend's Asian, but whatever. Andy says, "Ah, yes, we do, dear boy." I could go for a biscuit with my coffee right now. Oh, this should be tea. I'm sorry. Beg your pardon. I get it. Fish and chips. I don't say fish and fries. I say fish and chips. But I'm American, so I call chips. I call crisps chips. And I call chips fries. And I call biscuits cookies. And I call a lorry a truck. Because that's what it is. It's not a lorry. And I call cops and not bobbies. Dansanacci says it's time though. Got an offer you can't refuse. Yo, Don, what's going on, baby? And the bathroom's the loo. I just call it the water closet. John Conan, certified T3 bot, says, wonder what watches Harry's going to give up. He has an Explorer 2, but the ugly one, if we're talking about the Prince. Nick P, certified T3 bot, says, what are your thoughts on fashion divers? So no threaded crown or 100-meter water resistance? So Nick P, what Seiko did with the Seiko 5 that replaced the SKX is they said that it's not a dive watch, it's a dive inspired watch. Okay? I cannot get behind that whatsoever. And what the trolls will say is oh, so you're gonna go past 100 meters? You're gonna be a diver? I've never seen you dive. Blah blah blah. Okay, first of all, they don't know what water resistance means because when your watch has a 30-meter water resistance rating, that watch cannot survive 30 meters underwater. That's not an opinion. That's not speculation. Literally has to do with a stagnant pressure test. All right? You take your dress watch, put it in, you just submerge it, that has a 30-meter water resistance rating, that is going to ruin the watch, okay? So no. Why do I like watches that have at least 100-meter water resistance ratings? Not because I'm going to be swimming past 100 meters. In fact, most recreational divers don't go that far. And that's like an average. That's listed on a scuba website. The reason I like watches with above or at least a 100-meter water resistance rating is because it gives me the confidence that I can handle whatever may happen, okay? And for someone that actually does go out and about and does get wet once in a while, it's nice to have a watch that I really don't have to worry about. And I know it's funny coming from a vintage collector like me, but again, I have discretion on what I'm going to wear. I'm not going to wear my 1945 Vacheron out in the woods with my Jeep. It's just not going to happen. So that is what I wanted to say, but also, you really, guys, really be careful. If you have a watch that says 30 meters, do not assume it's going to go 30 meters. Please. Please do not. Don Sinacci's in the lift. Chevy Guy says, anyone know why I don't see the join button next to the subscribe? Chevy Guy, I have no idea how these channel memberships work, excuse me. I'm going to have my moderators tell you. You know what? I'm going to have my editors make an episode about it. That's what I'm going to do. William, Rizzo's here. What is going on? Matt Dude 8888. Whoa, 100 people. Wristwatch check. Let's do it. So guys, I mentioned I'm wearing a chronograph. I am wearing, first of all, Man Cave leather strap. Special thanks to Man Cave leather for supporting the channel with these beautiful handmade straps. I'm wearing a Seiko SSC081 solar chronograph compass. This watch actually does have a 100-meter water resistance rating. It has alarm functions. It's a chronograph. It's solar powered. Has an internal rotating compass, and probably some of the best lume I've ever seen. Aside from my tuna. My tuna has just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous lume, and a date complication. But going out for like, honestly, if you're just putting around in your car, having a good time, you want to wear something with a bunch of complications, this is a really great watch. I think it's 42 millimeters. Let me see. Actually, you know what? Aha! I don't need to Google anything because I'm in my office. Let's do this. Let's measure this bad boy. 1 second. Caliper tool. This caliper tool can be found for $9.90 something, under $10 at the Time Teller shop, and I use this every day, especially since running. Like, I use it every day because I'm writing watch reviews, but also since starting the shop, this comes in handy. You use this side to like, if these are the lugs, use this side to measure the lug width. And then obviously you use this side to measure the overall diameter and thickness. Let me see. So this is the Seiko SSC081 solar chronograph compass. Sergio from Portugal. How are you, buddy? Connie wants to go to Portugal. Might have to visit you in Lisbon. 1 second, guys. I'm not ignoring you. I just want to do a proper measurement here. So this is 41.9 millimeters across. There's probably some place I could put that to bump it up a fraction and get it straight at 42, but I was accurate, I think, in just rounding up and saying 42 millimeters. Yeah, so 41.9, 42. I have a 7.5-inch wrist for those of you who are wondering. And this is just a very high visibility, very functional chronograph, and super affordable. At the time, I think I got it for around $200. It's gone up since, which is a bummer, but it's worth it. I think I absolutely love this watch. I have watches called nightstand watches. Maybe I'll make an episode about it. Sergio, you rock, by the way. Love Portugal, and I love your egg tarts because you guys brought them to Macau. And then China has these beautiful egg tarts. We call them dantat. I say we call them because I just consider myself Chinese at this point, let's be honest. Okay, back to the watch. I have like these things called nightstand watches. And this is one of them. This is just something I just leave there. And it's always running because it's solar powered as long as it gets some light once in a while. And I can throw it on the wrist, and I don't know. It's very cool, and I'm not being paid by Man Cave Leather. They do support. I do, according to FTC guidelines now, I do need to tell you they did give me this strap, so they are supporting the channel. They didn't pay me, but the guy is so nice, and he makes some really nice straps, and I feel like that rally strap just kind of elevated the watch. David Schwartz says, that strap though. I agree with you, brother. Darren says, Jory has Hulk wrists. LT says, yes, the nightstand watch. Targa, very cool name. Yo, Jory, what does the best and brightest lume in my opinion? So, I think Seiko, okay, you guys are gonna, okay, did you know ever since I started this channel, people accused me of being on Seiko's payroll, and then when I started talking about Oris, people accused me of being on Oris's payroll. These companies don't know I exist. Okay, so they're not paying me. But I will talk about Seiko once again. F Polk says, big fan of your channel, Jory. Keep it up. Thank you, man. I make this content for people like you. I think Seiko's proprietary Lume Lume is honestly the best. Is honestly the best and brightest lume. Not only because it's very vibrant when it's lit, I think it just lasts a very long time. So, do I think Super Luminova is good? Absolutely. I have watches with Super Luminova. I think it's great. But here's what I'll say. My Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot has Super Luminova lume, and it's terrible. Okay? But then I don't have a single Seiko that has bad lume. Isn't that weird? So Seiko's proprietary Lume Bright Lume. Stephen Harding, certified T3 bot, says, question, what reply would you give to a watch snob that comments on a watch you're wearing that isn't Rolex? I got called out today at work. I was wearing a micro brand. Well, first of all, William says, you got some nice teeth. Thank you so much. Real quick, thank you, William Couch, by the way. My mom would be very happy because they spent a lot. Do you want to know something messed up real quick? First of all, Darren Klassen, thank you so much. He is officially Darren Certified T3 Bot. That's right, that's your official legal name now. I can't say that actually, I'm not a lawyer, and yeah, but I will call you Darren Certified T3 Bot. Guys, thank you so much. Again, this is like YouTube's Patreon. Some of the support that you guys give does come directly to the channel. I have lights, and like 3 of them, 4 of them actually. I couldn't have gotten this stuff without my channel members. Again, YouTube, we're not all Logan Paul here. We're not all PewDiePie rolling in the dough. For a relatively small channel like mine, having people help me edit, having this basic equipment, and having the support means all of this can happen. So thank you so much, Darren, Certified T3 Bot. Stay tuned for, to your YouTube feed. I'm going to post a link to where you can join the Discord members only chat group. It's a whole lot of fun. Let me read the comments. Okay, so someone asked, Stephen Harding, Certified T3 Bot, said, what reply would you give to a watch snob that comments on a watch you're wearing that isn't Rolex? I got called out today at work. I was wearing a micro brand. So first of all, it's amazing how little people, I rarely get spoken to about watches unless it's someone that knows who I am. So, not to brag, but the internet, I think we're back. I don't know what happened to the internet here. Okay, I think we're back. Confirm that you guys can see me. Can you see me? Okay, Malcolm says we're good. All right, so again, not to brag, but like pretty much on a weekly basis now someone will stop me and be like, hey, I follow you. And that's fun. And so then we'll talk about, you know, watches and stuff. But you'd be surprised how little people talk to me on like a daily basis about watches unless they know who I am. So first off, I kind of, if someone said that to me, like for instance, I'm wearing a Seiko I got for $200. First off, they don't know what I have, right? Like they don't know what other things I have, and they really know nothing about me. But the first thing I would say is like, why are you paying attention to my wrist? And why don't you just focus on like something else? That's the first thing I would say. Like, why are you concerned with what I'm wearing? Number two, can you guys see me? Because Steve says that you guys can't see me now. Stephen Harding says that it's gone again, but everything's cool on my end. Can you guys confirm? Okay, Dean says we can see you. Okay, the next thing I would probably not say, Watches says audio, no video. I think that's on your end, guys, because my end says that it's fine. Another thing that you need to realize, dude, is this person's probably not a watch enthusiast, okay? Like, congratulations that you know what the word Rolex is. Like, congratulations, you know what the brand Rolex is. They have just, if they said that to you, then they've just exposed themselves as knowing nothing about watches. So honestly, when someone that knows nothing about watches makes fun of the watch you're wearing, it shouldn't bother you because they know nothing about watches. That's like saying, you know what? I do have an example. Okay, when I first got the STI, I took a picture of it, and then I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I have a little theme where I take like a watch photo, then I take a personal photo, then I take a watch photo, then I take a personal photo, and so it makes my Instagram grid kind of look predictable. People know, oh, okay, he's posting a watch photo, and then he's gonna post maybe something about his cars or this or that. So I took a photo of, it was like a flat lay photo of my wallet, my watch, I think like a pocket knife, and my car keys. W, love you, brother. Great supporter. Thank you so much. You rock. Love you. Hope the family's doing well. But when I took that photo and I posted a picture of my STI with like my car keys, 2 people wrote under that photo. I think the comments are still there. And they're like, "Oh, bruh, you have multiple Rolexes and you drive a Subaru?" So that's literally like being, "Oh, you drive a Subaru? Why don't you drive a Ferrari?" It's like, congratulations that you know the word Ferrari. And congratulations you know the word Rolex. But you guys have just exposed yourself as not knowing anything about these hobbies or about these worlds, okay? There's nuance. So, Steve, what you should really say is nothing, because it's not worth the breath. If someone's like, "What are you wearing?" Shame it's not a Rolex. Are you really gonna sit there and explain like, "Oh no, this is actually a really cool up and coming micro brand. It has a sapphire crystal and has a really cool SW200 movement, and they actually did this, blah, blah, blah." Don't waste your time explaining anything. If they're like, "Shame it's not a Rolex," I'd be like, okay, well, shame that you don't know anything about watches, so your opinion literally doesn't matter to me. So the same thing when that person was like, you have a few Rolexes and you drive a Subaru, be like, yeah, dude, like, okay. What do you drive? It's funny. They'll always make fun of you for what you have, but they'll separate themselves though. So just don't worry about it, dude. And Steve Harding, certified T3, the person that asked me that question. People say really weird, mean, personal things about me every day, and they don't even know me. So if I can handle this with all the terrible stuff that is said about me from like total strangers on the internet, you can handle someone just being an idiot, not knowing what the heck a watch is. I almost swore. I almost dropped the F word, guys. Matt says, my wife got me a Seiko for Valentine's Day. Congratulations, brother. Keeper. She's a keeper. But you guys are married, so I assume you've made that decision already. Connie got me a new pair of Red Wings. Oh, Connie's here. High heels, red dress. Connie says, it's not about the car. It's about the person inside of it. Amen. Dalton Peters, what gen STI do you have? I have the 2019 Limited. with Sparco Terra bronze rally wheels, Yokohama V601 Apex tires that I just put on, Borla SW200, or SW, I'm thinking of Salida, Borla S-Type catback, and the full Rally Innovations front end. If you want to see the build, go to my Instagram, because the thing absolutely rips. And I am practically the only person in Los Angeles that is actually doing a proper rally build. I'm not slamming it and making it look stupid. Clayton Serrao, I hope I pronounced your name properly, brother, says, why are there no 36mm Rolex Sport models for purchase? Well, there is a President you can buy. That's 36mm, I think, with a green dial. That's really ugly. They released that last year. What's worse, slamming a car or lifting it? Well, there's nothing wrong with either of those, Dima. In fact, I have a lifted Jeep Rubicon. I have a 5.5-inch lift on my Rubicon. But my opinion is we look at what these cars were meant to be, and then you build upon that, right? So STI, like they were rally cars, right? You don't lower rally cars. If anything, you actually lift them. Now, I'm not going to lift my STI because it's still a daily driver. But you look at what the car was meant to be. So when people slam these rally cars, it kind of defeats the purpose. It's the same thing as if you took my Jeep Rubicon and you lowered it. It would be kind of silly, right? So Dima, I'm not against either of those, but yeah. Quenz, Landa, I love you. You always have really funny comments. I'm not going to read that one because it is naughty, but you're funny, and I knew someone was going to say that, because whenever I say STI, people are like, oh, the transmitted infection? No. There are trolls everywhere. Brian Carpenter, I got your email, by the way. That looks like a very cool watch. Tell them I exist. Maybe they can send me one for review. Why don't we do that? Adrian says, hello from Beijing. Well, ni hao ma. Hope you're doing well. David says, how's the coffee today? Well, I'm just drinking, oh, I might pour it out by accident. A spot of black coffee right there. It's just black, and it's bitter like my soul. Nothing fancy today, but because today we are working. John Cohn is certified T3 about Jory language flexing. Amen. Matt Dude 8888. What do you think of the Seiko Patty Turtle? I loved that watch. That was a watch that I always wanted. Never pulled the trigger on it. I have a lot of experience with the Seiko Turtle. I don't currently own one. But the Patty is awesome. Quenslanda is the man. And so don't apologize. You rock, and you always have really funny comments in my videos. And I read every comment, guys. Patrick Quay. Jory, do you have a day job, and would you be willing to divulge it? Divulge my secrets, my friend? Never. Where's William J? William J knows everything about me, and he will let you know. We need William J for his copy pasta. Stephen Elias, certified T3 bot, what's going on? Fat Matt, what you sipping on today? I am sipping on some good old Pikes Peak, just black, hot black coffee. Fat Matt, what are you sipping on? I already told you. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot, coffee as bitter as the bid, and the STI haters. Targa says, keep up the great work, Jory. Love your content and your approach. Bitter like my soul. LOL. Great personality. Thanks, brother. You guys are hilarious. There was a good question. Oh, Adrian, best third-party rubber strap for a Seiko. Well, I don't know about for a Seiko specifically, but for these come in multiple sizes, so they will fit on a Seiko. I would check out Barton. Barton has a really cool series of silicone straps. I don't like silicone straps because They give me a rash, believe it or not. TMI. But yeah, I would say that I like. They come in. I'm trying to think of all the colors they come in. I could Google it, but Barton has really good ones. Uncle Seiko, I would tell you, they have some very cool, more vintage, retro-looking ones. If you want like the straight black ones that used to come on the old Seikos, I would check that out. Mark says no sweetener. No, I don't drink. If I'm drinking coffee, I don't put anything, literally anything. No cream, no sugar. I like it straight black. On Saturdays, typically, I treat myself to Vietnamese coffee because I don't really consider that coffee. That's more of like a sweet treat. But yeah, when I'm drinking coffee, literally 100%, well, 99% of the time, it's just black, unless that 1% that I'm drinking Vietnamese coffee, which is delicious, but again, it's more of a treat. Big Pizza Pie says, hey, T3, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while, bro. What is going on? Had some very cool questions. Oh, William J, he's here. Certified T3 bot says business consultant. William J, someone actually asked what I do for a living. I don't know if they're still here, but if you want to do your copy pasta. William J says business consultant, which is the case. He knows everything about me. John Conan, Certified T3 bot, says, Connie sneak in this time or announce her arrival? No, Connie's at home getting ready because she is having dim sum with her girlfriends. It's a little girl date this morning. So when we woke up, I was like, okay, I'm going to grab coffee and just go and do a live stream in the office. And she's going to stay and get ready. Oh, William J, Certified T3 bot says Jewish business consultant, fresh from the barber, which I'm not today, actually. I canceled my barber's appointment because I have so much to do. Wearing, and this is what it looks like, guys. I will grow hair up to my eyeballs. So this next week's, well, not this week's episodes, but the episodes I film for next week, I'm going to look like a wolf man, and people will be like, oh, fix your beard. Jewish business consultant, fresh from the barber, wearing Warby Parker, sipping Vietnamese coffee or black coffee, driving a Subaru STI or a Jeep Rubicon, 7.5-inch wrists, much larger biceps. Connie is the love of his life. Amen. You got it. That is everything you need to know about me. Milcom, the moderator, says, Sakari, I think most sailcloth straps are actually rubber stamped with sailcloth pattern. I can't speak to Hando. That's not true, Milcom. That is not accurate. A lot of sailcloth straps actually are sailcloth. Well, they're essentially like nylon, woven nylon. At least Barton does a very good job of that, and another company that I don't know, but I have them at my T3 shop. Some really cool sailcloth straps with retained spring bars. Mark H, what do I feel about Seiko Prospex series? Well, I have a few, and I really like them. I understand that now Seiko has made a big move to delineate and differentiate between different series, but my Seiko SBBN 031 Tuna is a Prospex, and that was worth every penny. Williams Watches says, hi, Jory. I know you're not a huge fan of modern Rolex, but what's your thoughts on the Oyster Perpetual 3611 6000? I'm not a huge fan because it's bland. There's nothing that watch does that a vintage Rolex couldn't do better. That's just my opinion. If you're going 36 millimeters, just get a vintage one, unless we're talking about the Explorer. There are some nice modern-ish 36 millimeter Explorers to choose from. Again, though, I would rather have a 1016. Dude, you know what? I'm on the fence. Because I don't know if I want to get a modern 36 millimeter, a modern-ish, like within the last 20 years, 36 millimeter Explorer, and wear it on like a NATO strap and just beat the crap out of it, or save that money and buy the 1016. that's the conundrum that every watch enthusiast has. So I guess we'll see what I choose to do, because I still don't know yet. Adrian, what will be your next watch? By the way, I love your watch poster in the back. Guys, you can find these at the Time Teller shop. Link, shameless plug, made by 937.com. You can find them at the Time Teller shop. What will be my next watch? I'm probably going to get some more affordable options. I might get the Seiko Grenade. I'm trying to start that theme here. I'm trying to get that nickname going. But I might get the Seiko Grenade, also known as the King Turtle. I might get another Stalker and Yale 409. But I really want a Rolex 1016. Hi Jory, what do you think of the brand Citizen? I have a titanium blue dial. Can you please do a review? I have a few Citizen reviews actually. I have a Citizen Nighthawk, and I have a Citizen Blue Angels that I got my dad a while ago, and he really likes it. Not a huge Citizen guy, but they're a good company. They just don't make a lot of things that I like a whole lot. Troy H, I don't know about that company. William J, I want William J certified T3. I want a Wittenauer Auto Date 17 Jewel. Well, William, surprise, surprise. Thank you for teeing me up for this. There is one at the Time Teller shop. That's the only watch available from this last collection. Wittenauer Auto Date 17J, gorgeous watch. When I saw it, I knew how to jump it. I knew I had to jump on it. I knew how to put the shop. My shop is known for very obscure, very nice Art Deco. Wittenauer's Longines made. If you want to check it out, my moderators will post a link, but that is so cool. Milcom, YouTube acting up. Could it be T3 not seeing the super chats? I have not seen a super chat. Let me scroll up. It might be the connection. Can someone, did Sakari do a super chat? People are freaking out. Can someone repost it, please? Sakari super chat. Okay. Sakari super chat. I'm debating between canvas or sailcloth. Never had either. What are the pros and cons? Easy question and a very good one. So between sailcloth and canvas, canvas typically much more soft than sailcloth. Sailcloth, excuse me. Sailcloth is very rigid because there's more material there, and it's also a waterproof nylon typically. So it repels water, and it's not as malleable. That's the word I'm looking for. Whereas most canvas straps are much more malleable. Is canvas waterproof? Well, it'll absorb the water, but it's not going to really hurt it much. So maybe think about what you want to do with the watch. Are you looking to get it wet? Because then maybe I would go sailcloth. If you're looking for something that's more well-rounded, maybe go canvas. I have watches with both, and I very much enjoy both. Joe Robertson. Jory, any issues restrapping your Seagull 1963? The official size is 18 millimeters, but I cannot squeeze spring bars down far enough to fit. Quick release spring bars, that is, 1 millimeter too loose. I've never had that issue. Mine's also 18 millimeters as far as the lug width goes, but I haven't had that issue. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have not. I'm sorry, dude. I haven't had the issue. Maybe get a spring bar kit with multiple sizes of spring bars, and that'll help you. Malcolm the moderator missed the wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Seiko SSC 081 solar chronograph compass, 41.9 millimeters on my 7.5-inch wrist, solar powered, alarm functions, date complication, chronograph, solar powered, probably the best Lume in the game. Hit that like button, Milcom says. Do what he says. He has a really bad temper. Stephen Elias, certified T3 bot. Best watch to give a gift under $100. Also best watch accessory for or tool. Okay, so Watch tools, pretty much all of them are under $50. So you could probably get every watch tool you'll ever need for under $50 combined. That's the first thing. Second thing, best watch to give under 100? G-Shock DW5600. Mike Roch, haha, clever name. Any plans to add a Mustang Cartier to your shop? I'm not sure where to get a nice vintage watch without worrying about authenticity. Well, you don't have to worry about authenticity when it comes to my shop. But yeah, if you're looking for me to find you one, use my watch sourcing service. But leave a reasonable budget, because no one does that. No one leaves their budget. They're like, I want this, buy. Or when they do leave their budget, it's like, I want a Patek Philippe chronograph from 1950. Find it for around 500 bucks. Eduardo, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. He says he's my #1 fan. You freaking rock. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The super chats are not expected, but they are much appreciated. I'm not a huge fan of Swatch anymore. I liked them in the 90s. I aged myself a bit. I was a fan of them in the 90s. I don't really like them now. James K, certified T3 and moderator, has a link to my watch sourcing service where you can tell me all the expensive watches you want for $200, because that's what everybody does apparently. Jory, please sell yours at the shop. I love that tricolor. No, mine is very rare and I'm not selling mine. Chi-Town, does my barber use a straight edge on me? Yes, they do, to line up my beard and everything. Adrian, plans for the Time Teller shop in 2020. I want to scale up. I want to increase the volume of watches I get. I want to have more of an experience on the website for people. And I want to bolster up the watch sourcing service. It's a huge goal. Mark H, you did a video on the Rolex Root Beer All Gold. What do you think about the two-tone? I love it. I love the two-tone. James K, certified T3 bot and moderator, says Longines made Wittnauer still available. That's one of my favorite Wittnauers I've had at the shop, guys. I'm surprised it's still there. I thought that was going to be the first one to sell. I gotta get it out of there so that I can get the new collection in. So check it out. Love that watch. Sweeney Todd. No, my barber is not Sweeney Todd. My barber is a girl, actually. Migala. Wearing a man cave leather strap. For some reason, didn't get the bell notification, just joined. Did I miss something? No birds today? No birds. Brought it inside today because I didn't want to drill you guys with the bird chirpies. Also, the real reason is because I have a bunch of work to do, so I'm in here working. What's the watch today? Missed the wrist check earlier. SSC? Oh, it won. Stephen Harding, certified T throughout all caps. Would you sell that radioactive watch you wear? Can't remember the name. My stalker in Yale, Sandy? Maybe for the right price. If you email me, info@thetimetellershop.com, info@thetimetellershop.com. If you offer me the right price, I might sell that watch to you. William J, certified T3 bot, says, LOL, just saw Fear the Beard print for the first time. Didn't know there was a page 2. Yeah, if you go up to the top section on the website, there's a merch button that you can press, and that'll take you to my full section of merch. There's a whole bunch. Jory, which model of Benchmade do you own? I know it looks like a Spyderco. This is a Benchmade Vex. First production. They don't make this anymore. Probably going to be demonetized now that I just showed you a pocket knife. Ivan, did you check any watches worn at the Oscars last weekend? No, I didn't, because I didn't even know the Oscars were this weekend. I couldn't care less about what the celebrities do with their lives, because it's a bunch of overpaid, underachieving people patting themselves on the back, and they are totally out of touch with the common person. So I couldn't care less about what they do or what they wear. Malcolm the Moderator says, beard merch. If you guys click that link, you can get the full Fear the Beard collection. I'm working with the artist to come out with another design. And we're going to put that up on the website soon. Clive Watch Wrangler, do you ever go to Oklahoma City? Yes, I do, because I have family in Oklahoma. I was there in August. So yeah. Cowboy Swami is a member officially. Cowboy Swami certified T3 bot. Heck yeah, man. Thank you so much, brother. Finally joined the club. Clive, yeah, I mean, dude, next time I'm in OKC, we'll get a round of chicken fried steaks and we'll do a live stream or something together. Talk about watches. Talk about watches and chicken fried steaks. Stephen Harding, certified T3 bot. Would it be weird if I made an offer but made you sign the back of it? That wouldn't be weird, but whenever anybody buys a watch from me, I write them a handwritten letter, so I'm going to sign it anyway. Also, I'm not a celebrity, so just understand that. Big Pizza Pie, ever come up to Canada? Not in a while, but I have. And love Canada, and I love poutine. I love poutine. Clive, I'm down. I will take you up on that. We will grub, and we will talk watches, and we will film an episode. Matt B, why is everyone talking about watches on this channel? It's so weird. I'm just here for the glorious beard. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, man. Bremen Kid, you're a celebrity to us, T3. You remind me of that dude that was talking about the wrestling, professional wrestling. It's real to me. It's real to me. I appreciate that, man. Clive, and I'll show you my Moser I just got. Ooh, big baller with the Moser. Very cool company. I don't see one that I would personally want yet, but I'm very impressed with everything they make. Does that make sense? Like, I'm very impressed with the company, and I like their stuff, but there's not one that I could see myself wearing, if that makes sense. And my favorite part about Moser is they don't take themselves seriously. Like, they don't take themselves too seriously. They make watches because they enjoy making watches. So, yeah, that's probably the nicest compliment I could give. That fellow there, certified T3 bot. Jory, what's the most significant watch movement innovation other than quartz and spring drive? That's a very good question. Honestly, I think I think the whole idea of a bumper watch was very cool. Like a watch that would use any form of human movement to wind it. Now, bumper watches, there was a counterweight on a pinion and it would move at like a 45-degree angle and it would bump around the case. And so that's kind of how it would wind. Then they came up with automatics as we know them, where it's a free spinning rotor, free spinning rotor, the tongue twister, where it's a free spinning rotor and it can move 360 degrees in both directions. That was a pretty big innovation, honestly. Also, let's be real, automatic chronographs, that was a big deal, and although people don't want to admit it, Seiko was the first one to bring it to market. So, Seiko, good job. Ren City Man. Ren City Madman. What is going on? What is in this coffee? I'm like slurring my words. I said I didn't put any sweetener in it. Didn't say anything else about it. He says, let me see what he says. Very informative channel. Always look forward to your videos. Well, thank you so much, dude. New video coming out on Monday. Cowboy Swami, how do I get on the Discord? Milcom, you can send him a link if you guys know each other's information. Cowboy, stay tuned to your YouTube feed, and I'm going to send you a link. A link will show up on the YouTube post, and you guys can join the Discord chat group. Grind my own coffee by hand. Like, you know what I usually do? I was in a rush today, so I bought some, but I actually put the coffee beans in my mouth, and I just chew them up. I keep it in my lip, like some good dip. Stephen Elias, certified T3. If I go to Ocean Crawler's offices and try to ask for a job, how dressed up should I be? Tuxedo, easy. In my mind, not as dressed up as for an interview stage if I get there. I might have asked this on Wednesday. Honestly, I mean, I don't know what you normally dress like, but just maybe if you have a polo, wear a polo. You don't need to tuck it in. Be presentable, be clean. Maybe wear a collared shirt, but you don't need to tuck in your shirt. You don't need to wear a tie. You don't need to overdo it. But yeah, polos, just wear a polo and some chinos or something. And not really business casual, but not like streetwear. Brian Carpenter, Jory's not a celebrity because he's in touch with reality. Well, thanks. Question, do you like Victorinox Carbon Auto? If I knew what it was, I would have an opinion on it. Let's Google, let's look this up. Victorinox Carbon Automatic. Oh, is this the Inox? Yeah, it looks cool. These are really tough. I kind of want to buy one and do a torture test on it. This thing looks actually really sleek, if I'm totally honest. Day window I could do without, probably. I wish they put it at the 3 o'clock and not that awkward in between the 4 and 5 o'clock numeral. But, dude, from a looks perspective, honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty tough, kind of tactical. Display case back, that's nice. Does it have a threaded crown? Can someone tell me? I'm just gonna Google it anyway. Let's see, guys. Ooh, the textured dial, quite nice, guys. I like that carbon matte finish. 43 millimeters, so it's a little big boy. It's 200 meter water resistance rating. I have a feeling it probably would have a threaded crown. I can't see it not having a threaded crown. $1,150 USD. Okie dokie. Hey man, I think that's actually pretty cool if I'm totally honest. I think that's pretty cool. Car Guy, howdy T3 in chat, late from ice golfing. That sounds pretty cool and unique. I've never done that. Matt B, if you have a good beard, no one cares what you're wearing. You're default the best dressed. That's true. And you're probably the smartest in the room, or so people think. It's typically not the case with me, but, you know. Favorite vintage Seiko? Probably the 6139 chronograph. I mean, you know. William J, certified T3 bot. Jory, do you have any special plans? 100,000 do I have any special 100,000 subscriber plans? Well, if that ever happens, I'm hoping it happens. If and when it happens, I will do a state of the collection. And that's probably going to be split up in multiple episodes because it's... So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do multiple episodes for the state of the collection, and then we're going to do a director's cut where it's one long episode, in case anybody wants to sit through the whole thing. Clive, do I have a Pogue? I have an all-original silver dial. I don't know if you have Instagram, or I don't know if any of my my moderators, excuse me. Malcolm, if you can post the episode, everything you need to know about the Seiko 6139, that is that. But yeah, Clive, I have a all-original silver dial, hard to find, Seiko 6139. Technically, it's not a Pogue. Gato says, 100,000 subscribers, I get a raise. Well, Gato, let's get there first. I want to get 100,000 subscribers. Gato's here in the chat. Milk and the moderator. Clive, I'm actually not on Facebook, but Clive, there's a link for you. Everything you need to know about the 6139. That will show you my Seiko chronograph. Gato's here, the editor himself. I'm going to give away my Rolex Explorer 2. Nah, will not do that. Here's what I want to do, if I'm totally honest. I want to do a giveaway, obviously. I want to do a State of the Collection episode, obviously. I want to get myself a Rolex 1016. I don't know if I will have the money for a Rolex 1016, but I feel like if I get to 100,000 subscribers, I deserve it. I want a Rolex 1016 so freaking badly, guys. Rolex 1016. That's all I want. I just want a Rolex 1016. So, maybe if by... Maybe if by the time I hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll just buy one on my credit card and just deal with the payments later, right? That's what we do as responsible adults. Just can't, so that's really bad. Sell the Subaru? No, I need a vehicle in Los Angeles. Gato, the editor, says, also, hello, friends. Yo, round of applause for Gato. He does a very good job, huh? Round of applause. Clive, 1016 is nice, but way overpriced. It's unfortunate, isn't it? Because, Clive, did you know that 5 years ago you used to be able to find them for $4 grand? I'm not even kidding. 5 years ago you could find them for around $4 grand. Now, you try to get a Rolex 1016, and the cheapest I would be willing to look at is 14. So. Get a Smith's Everest instead of a 1016. Never. I would never. The Smith's is nice, but it's not a 1016. If I want a 1016, I wouldn't lower... Guys, never lower your expectation to mitigate disappointment. Does that make sense? If you lower your expectations or what you want to get to minimize disappointment, you'll just remain disappointed. Young Excellency, hello from Atlantic Canada. Super late, arrived this week. Very rare one from the office. Don't you know? I'm just kidding, I love Canada. What's going on? Matt, thanks for answering my questions, Jory. You're the best. You're the best. Matt B, with a very wise comment, keep your gratitude higher than your expectations and you will always be happy. Thank you for that. I needed that. But yeah, guys, so for 100,000 subscribers, I mean, I feel like we have some time to, to figure out what I'm going to do, because I think I'm like still below 87,000 subscribers, so we have some time. But yeah. Milk the Modder says, I'm banning people who haven't hit the like button in 30 seconds. So everyone better hit that freaking like button, because this guy's crazy. The one and only, how many watches do you currently have in your collection? Well, Connie watches my channel, so I can't tell you guys everything. But some would say too many, some would say not enough. I would say not enough. Lease is done. Oh my god, Adrian, thought on the 1680 single red and the 1665 double red. My friend had a 1680 single red, and he sold it like 6 months ago, and then he bought an M3. I think that was dumb. I think he watches my content, so Sam, I'm sorry, but the M3 is depreciated the second you bought it. The Rolex single red is just going up in price. So, yeah. Mark, how many watches do I keep in rotation? Whatever I want. I'll pull whatever I want whenever I want. Yeah, see, Andy, there's a 66 10 16 on Chrono for $9,950. It depends on, when you're looking at this watch with this reference number, there's a lot of variables you have to look for, and the cheaper ones you don't want. Big Pizza Pie says you can never have enough watches, and I tend to agree with you. Nicholas, how many do I own? Let me see. Wait, I want to see if my... Let me see how good... You know what? I'm going to write it down right now to make a note. See? I want to see if my... How good my followers are, my viewers. Guess, how many do I own? Rolexes. No, list them out. Oh, because I want to see. Man, a lot of you are very wrong. Come on, guys, you're disappointing me. Only one person got very, very close. William J got it. William J. William J got it. William J got it. William J got it. 6. Man. Malcolm, if you banned everyone that was wrong, then you'd have to ban everyone. Man, you guys disappoint me. You don't watch all my episodes. 6, guys. Come on. Bubbleback. 1500 date in stainless. 1500 date two-tone quick set. Explorer 2. The Explorer 2 is the 16570. Gato knows 6. Submariner 16800 and Yellow Gold President. You guys should know this because I've made episodes about all of them. Come on, guys. Man. Now I'm upset. Stream over. I'm just kidding. Nicholas Cheney, are Rolexes good investment watches, or it depends on which one you get? You know what? Don't buy watches for the investment. Do not. That's what I tell everyone. Just don't do it. Aaron Joy, would you rather spend money on a bunch of watches you like or one or two you love? Well, only get the watches you really love. That's because you're going to be wearing them. But stay tuned for an episode that's coming out this week, and it has to do with either saving money for Grail or spending money on affordable watches. So stay tuned for that. Lee, how long you leave them before winding your old ones? Nicholas, smart watches are not watches. Brian Carpenter, have a good one. Big Pizza Pie, any plans to collaborate with Federico again? No, I hate him. We hate each other. We hate each other, dude. Federico and I, dude, that's the next YouTube beef, dude. We hate each other. Oh my God, we hate each other. Dude, you should see what he talks about, like, on his channel. Oh my God, dude, I hate him, bro. Is that what you guys wanted to hear? I love him. I will text, we have each other's phone numbers. I will text him right now and tell him, yo, let's beef on YouTube, make a series of episodes talking about each other, and then, you know what, we'll probably both get a ton of views. I should do that. Dude, no. Federico is amazing. We're both very busy. We are both very busy, dude. So will I ever collaborate with him? I'm sure, because guess what? I'm going to collaborate with Teddy. I'm going to collaborate with Just One More Watch. I'm going to collaborate with Bark and Jack. I'm going to collaborate with Fed. So it's not a big deal. And because I didn't mention another watch channel, it's going to be like, oh, Jory hates that watch channel, confirmed. Blah, blah, blah. Someone brought up this baseball mitt. That's my first baseman's mitt. I'm left-handed, so it kind of just made sense strategically to put me at first base, and my dad was my coach for my whole life. So yeah. Daniel Katz with the super chat. You missed a bunch, dude. Andy, TGV, I don't know. I know the other guys that I've mentioned right now, but I actually never interacted with him. The only time I ever interacted with the Urban Gentry was he commented on one of my episodes. That's it. But Jory hates the time teller, confirmed. Ivan Mejia, what about collaborating with Horology House? Of course, guys, it wouldn't be a live stream in 2020 without Horology House being brought up. So here's what's funny. Do you guys remember my debut episode for 2020 when I had a couple of my buddies do an intro for me? I wrote to him on Instagram, and I was like, hey, do you want to do an intro for my episode for 2020? And all you have to do is say, hey, it's 2020, let's get down to business. Every one of those guys, Teddy, Bark and Jack, Swiss Watch Gang, Jody, I'm probably forgetting one. They all were like, yes, immediately. They were like, yeah, dude, let's do it. And they were super forthcoming, and they're like, who do I have to email? Okay, I'll email your editor. Blah, 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 blah. Super accommodating. I wrote to him, and he was like, yeah, mate, I'll do it. And then I sent everybody all the details, and then he ghosted me. He never replied, which I am so thankful for, because if he actually did show up on that episode, I'd have to be like, whoa, that was awkward. So it was kind of very, how do I say this, serendipitous, that he just ghosted me. So, yeah. Chi-Town says, that was a blessing in disguise, Jory. You are absolutely right. James K. Horology House sent Jory an intro video, but it turned out to be fake. Yeah, could you imagine? I'm so happy that yeah. But full disclosure, we have written to each other, but he just ghosted me. So, yeah. What baseball team do I support? The Red Sox. I mean, come on. I grew up there. Johnny watches. Hey Jory, what do you think about the new Air King movements and case shared with the Milgauss? I think Rolex is finally getting out of their comfort zone or using spare parts. They're not out of their comfort zone. They're just being smart and utilitarian and using every part of the animal, so to speak. I don't like the new Air King because it looks like the new Explorer and the new Milgauss just all had a baby, and it's boring. But I made an episode saying that the new Air King is the one to get because everyone hates it. So in the future, that's going to be the one everybody wants. Mark my words. Matt B says, all the channels have something unique to bring to the table, but not all of them have great beards. Thank you so much. Joel, what up, T3 from Kansas? Watch, hey TT, consider getting a strap for your bubble back? I do have a strap on my bubble back. I wore it the other day. It's a Perlon. I wouldn't be able to wear it if it didn't have a strap. You should do a vlog. Hey, hey. Not a bad idea. Jory, not gone crazy collecting glasses. I don't really... This is not really an accessory for me, unfortunately. This is kind of like... My glasses are like a necessity, right? Like I'm not blind, but I have really bad astigmatism in both eyes. So things get a little fuzzy. So I can read this, but it gets a little blurry. So like, how can I get on the Discord? You need to be a channel member. LT Train. Bye all, Jory. Have a great weekend. Later, LT. Thank you for the super chat. You rock. Miguel Werv or Wary says, cool beard, dude. So see, things get a little blurry, so I need to wear this so I don't give myself a migraine trying to read. Malcolm the moderator, invest in the least popular Rolexes, the time teller. That's true. I don't think Milcom is being facetious or making fun of me. I actually think that is... I think that's the long game. And you should be playing the long game. Like right now, we should be buying the root beers. We should be buying that Air King, unfortunately. I think that's the way to go. That really ugly GMT with the white meteorite dial, that's what you should be buying. The blue dial white gold GMT, that's the one you should be buying. Again, these are all astronomically expensive, so I'm not saying you specifically need to buy them because I'm not buying them, right? I don't have the money for that. But I'm saying, like, does it make sense? Play the long game and buy the ones that are not appealing right now. Because if history is any indicator, those are the ones that do well in the future. JG, how many fingers I have up? That's a very funny comment, dude. That's a very, very funny comment. Thank you for that. Jory collects vintage contact lenses. That is disgusting. Stephen Elias, certified T3 bot. Jory is instructing you personally to take a lien out on your house and buy root beers. Yep, amen, do that. Milcom, just bought all the Cellinis. That's not what I mean. The Rolex Cellini line are not the ones that I'm talking about. Watch and pray. Says, are you saving for your next watch? What is your savings target? So, I'm not specifically saving for my next watch because one of the curses of running businesses like I do is, and that sounded kind of douchey, but I'm not being like, being a businessman, you wouldn't understand. No, I'm sure most of you understand because this is like adult stuff. But running these businesses, allocating capital and like cash flow is like king right now. So for me, I'm not so much saving for my next watch, but what I am doing is trying to increase my liquidity and scale upwards with my businesses so that when it does come time that I do want to buy my Grail, I can easily buy it. Does that make sense? So essentially, I'm putting more money into my businesses than I am saving. I hope that makes sense. Not that this is, and when I say I hope that makes sense, I'm not saying like, I hope this isn't too difficult for you guys to understand. No, what I mean is I hope I'm explaining myself well because I'm a freaking idiot. I almost swore. Stephen Harding, certified T3 bot. Do you have a beer of choice? I do, but it's non-alcoholic because I don't drink. Alcohol, and it's not because I'm some recovering addict, and it's not because of a religion. Jewish people drink a lot. It's because I never got into it, and I listened to metal and hardcore growing up, and I'm straight edge, and I've been straight edge my entire life. So it's kind of just a personal thing, and I don't drink or smoke or do any of that. But one of my favorite non-alcoholic beers is a beer called Klausthaler. It's a German beer. And I also sometimes partake in Heineken 00. But Klausthaler tastes better than the Heineken 00. But once in a while, maybe once a week when I go to my parents' place, they have those non-alcoholic beers for me. And I'll drink one with my dad. But my dad drinks like real beer because my dad's a real man. But for me, I'm a loser. Sakari 1138 certified T3 bot. We get it. You're playing 4K chess and we're too stupid to understand. No, that's not what I'm saying. Marcos Rodriguez from Brooklyn. T3 shout out from the Big Apple. He's picked up on the low. What's going on, Marcos? Got love for the Big Apple. Do I like sauerkraut? It depends what I'm eating it with. Maybe with some brats. Yeah, I think it's good. Here's the real question. Do you guys like pickled herring? Or is that too Jewish for you guys? Because I freaking love it. What brand is it, Spalding? Actually, is it? One second. No. It's Rawlings. My bad. Man, I haven't... Yeah, Rawlings. I remember oiling this up, putting the baseball in it. Troy got really small. No! Yeah, Rawlings. Finger out for those hot balls. Lefty right-hand glove. It was a Wilson's, I think. Yeah. No, I was first baseman my whole life. Played catcher for a little bit, but I was first baseman my whole life, and so made sense. If I'm at first base, bang, I can throw it to the I almost knocked over one of my studio lights. But yeah, can bang, catch it, and then toss it over to second base. And so it makes sense for your first baseman to be a lefty because I can have my foot on the bag and I can extend outwards, get a ball, and still have my foot on the bag and tag people out. So, Matt B. literally cooked brisket last night. Thank you, Jewish chefs of YouTube. I know, right? Brisket's delicious, man. By the way, representing Napa Valley. Laszlo Devai. I'm also a Jewish man. Come on. Pickled herring quite popular in Ukraine. Dude, I love pickled herring. Hi, Jory. So you'll never have a buyer's remorse after drunk buying a watch. Yeah. Do you keep... Why do you keep all those boxes on the other side? I don't know. It was kind of a thing I did when I first started the channel, and I just stacked all the watch boxes up there. I'm going to do something different with my background eventually, but I don't really know yet. Reading comments, guys. Lefty gloves were hard enough to find. Lefty first baseman's glove must have been tough to find. No, Young Excellency, first baseman mitts that are lefty are actually quite easy to find because, again, it's more preferential for a first baseman to be a lefty. So they actually have a lot more lefty first baseman mitts than they do for other positions. Oh yeah, Young Excellency, maybe I should watch another YouTuber on how to set up my YouTube background. No. I love Bark and Jack's content, but I'm probably not going to watch his video to tell me how to do my background. I love the guy though. Is it okay to pay through a firm? So you're talking about financing a watch. I have never done it. I don't plan on doing it. Do I think it's like a legit service? Yeah, probably. I don't think it's a scam, but I do think, you know, when you're financing everything, you have to take a lot of things into account. How about anchovies or sardines? Yeah, I love both of them. I eat anchovies on pizza. I think it's very good. I eat sardines straight out of the can. I think it's very good. None of that stuff bothers me. I really enjoy it. I'm a bottomless pit. Is Chrono 24 safe? So here's the thing about Chrono 24, guys. You are buying the seller. You're not buying the watch, okay? So Chrono 24 is a legit website. I've purchased multiple very expensive watches on Chrono 24. But you purchase the seller. You have to do the research with the seller. You have to talk to the seller. So the website Chrono 24 is perfectly fine, but it's the people selling on that website that you have to be wary of. So I've purchased multiple very expensive watches from Chrono 24, but you need to pay attention. Hug Me Bear says, you are very smart. Some would beg to differ, but I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Matt B says, this is the best part of my Saturday, sipping coffee, amen, cheers, and talking watches with the watch community. Dude, that's why I do this. That's why I look forward to this every weekend. Or every week, I should say. Cowboy Swami Certified T3 Bot. Do you ever have a South Philly Italian hoagie with seeded Italian roll? I've had hoagies. Haven't had one in Philly. Ooh, what's my preferred steak temp? Medium. Don't like it well done because it's hard to chew and you don't get any flavor, essentially. So, just medium. Pink to reddish pink. My dad has it practically blue. My dad has it like they just killed the cow. I'm not there yet. Aaron Joy, the world goes apocalyptic and you can choose one watch. What would it be? Seiko Tuna. Or I'll break in someplace and get a 1016. Clayton Sura says, your T3 shop is like a Rolex 8 AD, great watches, and you sell out quickly. Yes, thank you so much for saying that. I'm very appreciative and very blessed to say that my watches don't last long on the site because they get scooped up. but I'm not doing it purposefully to withhold product from you guys. I'm doing it intentionally out of a I don't want to say categorizational process, but I do it because I want to make sure that each watch on the site is ready to go and good. There are other sites that try to fill up their inventory as quickly as possible and get as many watches as possible, and then the quality goes down. I want to have total control, and make sure that the people that buy from me are getting what they want and getting what I post. So that's why I really take the time with the pictures. I really take the time writing how I feel about each watch, and those blurbs I don't just blast out. I've spent time with each watch and I've written about them, and it's kind of like a mini review on each watch. So that's why I take my time with each piece that's up there. So yeah. Dean, my steak, just walk it through a warm room. You sound like my dad. Joel Tvorsky, mustard or oil sardines? Oil sardines. That's how I eat them. Patrick, I would have left your channel if you said well done. No, well done is much too far gone for me. I need it pretty, I don't want to say like bloody or bleeding, but I like it pink to red. How about lox? You like them? Yeah, dude, why can't you keep a Jew in prison? Because they eat lox. It's a little joke we tell around the holidays. No, I love lox. Cured salmon, it's delicious. Can't get enough of it. Smoked salmon even, can't get enough of it. Chen, what do I do for cardio? So I, believe it or not, I don't know if you guys can tell, I've actually lost over 60 pounds in the, like, fairly short period of time. And I do stairs. I do stairs for cardio. It's not the most exciting. I have the Funimation app on my phone, so I just watch anime and I climb stairs. There you go, guys. And I really like it because it gives me a quad pump. So I get like a good quad pump when I'm like going up the stairs. And the Stairmasters we have at the gym that I go to have something called overdrive mode, and they have farmer carry handles. So you can actually push the stairs down with resistance, and it's like almost doing a like a strongman workout. It's actually pretty cool. So, yeah. Lost a bunch of weight. I also do hike a bunch. We go on hikes a lot. Patrick, congrats. It's a big deal to lose that much weight. My meal portions almost always cancel out my weight loss gains. It's true. Alex, are you a weeb? I consider myself otaku. I am knowledgeable about the things. Scotty Knuckles says, keep cutting. So here's the thing. I was at my heaviest and strongest 285. Now people think, like when I started the channel, that I was just like, I've never gone to the gym or something. It's because I had a very chubby face, and I still have a very chubby face. All right? What they don't know is that I was gripping raw 600 pounds off the ground. I was squatting like over 600 on my back, and I was benching like over 400 pounds. All right? So also I'm like about, if I stretch properly, I'm about like 6 feet tall. So they probably would never have said that to my face. Like all the old comments, or like all the comments on my older videos are like, huh, because I would mention in my early G-Shock episodes, like, oh, I wear my G-Shock to the gym and blah blah blah, and people would be like, oh, this fat ass goes to the gym. Wow, he's fat. Blah blah. You're fat. Yeah, they probably never would have said that to me in person, because they would have been torn apart. That's the first thing. So it's not that going to the gym is new to me, but when I was 29, I made it a goal to get down to 230 before I turned 30. Okay, and so then I did something called carb backing or carb cycling. I used to do this a while ago, where Monday through Friday you don't eat any carbs, and then Saturday, Sunday you eat normally. You don't binge, but you introduce carbs into your diet. It's not a day where you're gonna eat a bunch of bad food, but you eat like a normal person Saturday, Sunday. And that worked. I know that worked because I did it before to make weight, and it was fine. So I dropped down to like 228, I think, by June 12th, 2019. And then recently, exactly a month ago, I tried keto with Connie. Now, I don't know if you've seen Connie. Connie doesn't have any weight to lose. But she tried it with me, and I lost like another like 8 pounds, I think, and I'm like almost under 220. So I haven't been under 220 since I was like 22, and I'm 30 now. So probably I ate a bunch of cheesecake last night, and I ate pasta last night. But I'm going to go to the gym right after I live stream, and I bet today I could probably get under 220 if I wanted to. But yeah. So guys, I lost a bunch of weight. I'm still pretty strong. I'm not as strong as I used to be, but you know, still stronger than you, so that's fine. Lancer, do I still have the stripper pole in my place? What about your cats? Yeah, my cats. I love my cats. Still have two. Ari passed away, unfortunately, but I still have 2 cats, Link and Seiko. My stripper pole was never a stripper pole. My stripper pole was a lamp, but I made a joke about it being a stripper pole. Here's a light. So it used to be like in frame, and I used to be like, oh, the stripper pole. And it was just a lamp. One of my cats knocked it over, and it broke, and so I threw it out. I will not address Orology House because this is not a gossip channel. This is the Time Teller channel where we have fun. So no, I will not address it. You can go to a bunch of other channels that used that to get a bunch of views, but I will not be one of them because I have my own opinions and I make my own content about things that happen in here. Check out Castlevania on Netflix. I saw it. I already watched it. How do I stay motivated? Bottom line, a day at a time, but also I'm just never satisfied. So I'm never where I want to be, so I keep going. That's what I'll say. I suppose sometimes it gets me in trouble because I get stressed out and I get too obsessed with certain things, but I think in the long run it'll work out. So a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of headaches with certain things, but if you really want something, you're going to do whatever you need to do. Shout-out California certified T3 bot. Jory doesn't chase clout, clout chases him. Amen to that, brother. I'll drink to that. Opinions on Mont Blanc watches. Well, I love their pens. I think they make nice watches. Their pulsometer. Man, I wish I had $38,000 just to drop on a pulsometer. That's their salmon dial pulsometer is the nicest watch I think they've ever made. What model year Jeep do you have, Matt? I have a 2006 Jeep Rubicon TJ, 5.5-inch lift, 35-inch tires, low gears, freaking lockers, front and rear. I've 9,500 pound winch. I've done everything that you can pretty much do with that. Dana 44s, front and rear. Things of absolute animal. Dima, Jory, you wear headphones while at the gym. It's better. What's better, over ears or in ears? I use my AirPods. And the reason I do that is because if I wear a belt, I wear a weightlifting belt sometimes if I'm doing some heavier loads, and I don't like wires because when the wires go down and you put the belt over them, it cinches up the belt and it cinches up the wire, and I've actually snapped headphones because of that. Or what's worse, the headphones get ripped out of your ears and it like hurts you. Paul says, great watch talk and the best life advice of any YouTube channel. I really appreciate that, Paul. Thank you so much, man. That's very nice of you to say. Oh, Chi-Town, you're absolutely right. Chi-Town, California. Jory, don't you also wear Mont Blanc Legend cologne? I do. I wear Legend Black and Legend Spirit, which is the white bottle. There's also a third one, I believe, that they came out with a year ago or so. But Mont Blanc Legend is one of my favorite, my absolute favorite colognes. I love it. Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani is really good. And I also wear Cartier. I might make an episode about that Cartier cologne, actually. Can I make an episode about my Jeep? My phone's telling me I'm running out of batteries. Can I make an episode about my Jeep? So yes, I will, but my Jeep's been in a few episodes comparing the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical to the Hamilton Khaki Field Auto. Yeah. My Jeep was in that a lot. For a person on a budget, is the rotary reverso worth it? I don't know what that watch is. What's my computer setup? I have a PC desktop that I built with my friend who is a computer like wizard. And I use that as my desktop, but most of my work is just on here. And I use this all the time. And I don't know much about computers, guys. Did your wrist get smaller when you lost weight? Not really, because I don't really gain weight on my wrists. So no. More questions, guys, more questions. A Rolex period specific strap for the bubble back? Probably not. I probably would not do that. It's not. I like the Perlon strap. Javier, I'll source whatever you guys need me to source. You just have to be honest about the deal and want to do it. Again, I'm going to have lawyers write up a deposit system because I've been burned so many times with people that are just unaware of how business works. Does the beard make you stronger? Absolutely. Every time I've shaved, I've gotten weaker. Aaron, can't decide. Should I save for a Speedy Moonwatch or get the Reduced Auto? I have small wrists. Speedy Reduced is a great watch. It's up to you, though. It's up to you. Chi-Town, California. Average finder's fee. So the average fee on most broker sites or services, or most sourcing services, is 20 to 25% of agreed sale. I will work it out with you depending on what it is and how difficult it actually is to find what you're looking for. But it's very reasonable when it comes to certain watches, but it's not reasonable when people are saying that they want to find, like I literally had someone write to me that they wanted a Patek Nautilus rose gold, but they wanted it for under 10 grand or something. And I was like, okay, I know about watches and I have resources to find watches, but I'm not like magic. Nataku, the moderator, is here. Mark H, do you look for specific watches for your shop? I'm looking at the watches you've sold and they're all cool. Just wonder how you choose them. I choose them with my heart. And I know that sounds really lame, but the truth is I only buy for the site what I would wear myself. If it's not something I'm interested myself, then I wouldn't spend the money and put it on the site. And that's why all the watches look really cool, is because they're all very my style. If it's not cool, then it's not on the site. And that's how I choose it. Jory, I'm not Magic Goodman. Hamido, have you ever thought about shaving your beard? Not recently. Used to when I was younger. But not gonna shave it anytime soon. Do you know of a company that will make small batch specialty watches? I would love a watch with my baseball team logo on it, something $100, $350 range. I don't even know how to go about answering that, dude. I'm sorry, I don't know. Dean, I don't own any Orients yet, but I would love to own a Triton, I think. Well, it's not just from home, though, Freedom Van. Because I have to go places. And there's people I have to meet, and there's business and family and stuff. But I love Texas. What's the object that looks like a holster above your G-Shock box? A holster. Demonetized. Did I have a good dinner with Connor? Nope. That's how rumors get started. Didn't have dinner with Connor. With Connie, I had dinner, yes. Bulova Space View? Let's look it up, guys. Oh, yeah. Okay. Obviously. Yeah, not my thing. Never liked this watch. Not for me. That's gonna be a no. Legend has it he once shaved his beard back in 3rd grade on a bet. Dean, you joke, but every time I shave my beard, I look like I'm in 3rd grade, so. Avilash Patil says, I was watching your video about the Mudmaster. Loved it, man. Nice work. Thank you so much. It's a great cold weather watch that's not a G-Shock. Pretty much any watch. Unless we're talking about extreme temperatures. It really wouldn't matter. Rolex Explorer 2. What's the most useless thing I know how to do? I can wiggle my ears. Thoughts on homages? Disgusting. Jory, would you like to take your Explorer 2 up to Alaska for some sweet Instagram photos? Yeah, why not? Alaska seems dope. I've actually never been to Alaska. Loved your video about the GX56BB and got one, so thank you for helping me make my decision. Well, that's a great watch. That is known as the King G-Shock. Alexandru Pantis says, you and TGV brainwashed me into buying an Alpinist, and I love you for that. Yeah, it's a great watch, man. No, Alaska seems awesome. You guys get bald eagles over there, right? Gypsy Bird Dog with the super chat says Sky Dweller versus GMT. Well, I think you're talking about the GMT Master. I would go Sky Dweller, Everrose, Slate Dial, first Rolex annual calendar with dual time zone. Very cool. That's what I would go for. It's only about $48,000. Have I read the chapter 2? Not yet. I'm going to sit down and read it after I go to the gym. Or maybe before I go to the gym so I can charge my phone. Does Grand Seiko make any dress watches? All I ever see are sports watches. Freedom Van, you need to broaden your horizons. Grand Seiko makes more dress watches than they do sports watches, I think. For a person on a budget, is the rotary reverser worth it? Fat Matt, I've answered. I don't know that watch. I don't know it. Would I ever do the naked GMT like Marlon Brando? No, I think it's dumb. I think it looks stupid. And I think it probably happened by accident. And Marlon Brando just kept wearing it. And then because he's Marlon Brando, people thought it was cool. That's how trends get set. And yeah, I think it looks dumb and I'm not interested. Sorry to be a bore, but Boulder Venture Auto or Khaki Mechanical? If you want something classic, then Hamilton. If you want something very modern that you can really beat up, Boulder. First watch book to buy, A Man and His Watch. Find it at the Time Teller shop, actually. Would you do your own spin on the Brando, call it the Beardo, and take the GMT hand off? No, I wouldn't. That's funny, though. What do you think of the Islander watches? Love your channel. Good work. I need Mark to send me one of his Islanders to review. That's what I need him to do. He's a cool guy, Mark from Long Island Watch. He wrote to me and congratulated me when I started my my shop. So he's a nice guy. What watch in your collection has the most sentimental value? Connie got me an Alpinist, and that's my one of my favorite watches of all time. But my dad gave me his Certina DS2 Chron Olympic that he was given to him when he finished school, and he gave it to me. So that also is. Any other watch YouTubers in LA? I don't know. Matt B, Mark and Jory beef would be hilarious. I'm not beefing with him. He's a nice guy. If you go to Alaska, make sure you see the Denali National Forest. It's beautiful. I have a friend who lives up there, God's country. I would love to go. DS2 Chronolympic did climb to Mount Everest. There was a Japanese explorer team, and Certina sponsored them back in the 70s. Gave them all Certina DS2 Chronolympics, and they climbed Mount Everest. Do I still have the L Bean Hamilton? Yes, I do. It's on my shelf. Matt Dude 8888. Have a good one, brother. Peace out. Hashtag fake beef. Yeah, maybe I should start fake beefs with a bunch of YouTubers. And because of the drama, all of us will do better. What is beef? Sorry, English is my second language. Beef is a slang term for a argument or fight. So if I have beef with you, it means you and I are not on good terms. All right, my phone is actually beeping at me. It's telling me it's going to die. So guys, 121 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to end this here. Rank my favorite JLC aside from the Reverso. Oh my God. That Grand Complication white textured dial with the moon phase. That thing is freaking crazy. But guys, you freaking rock. Thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday. I hope that you guys have a great weekend wherever you are. If it's Saturday or Sunday or even Monday, is that possible? Hope you have a good one. I will see you on the Discord chat, all my members. I will see you on Monday for everyone else for a very fun episode. And yeah, we're going to do a lot of work this year and going to finish up February strong. So guys, thank you so much for helping me get towards 100,000 subscribers. Let us do it. First, I want you to get out of your comfort zone, okay? Live streaming in front of like 100 people each week, that was kind of uncomfortable at first, but paid off. It's a whole lot of fun. I look forward to it every week. So number one, get out of your comfort zone. Number two, tell someone you love them. If you're having a bad day, sometimes you need to show love to get love. So I'm going to start this off. I love each and every one of you. You freaking rock. I will see you each on the Discord chat group for my T3 bots and everyone else. I'll see you on Monday. Love you guys. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Love you guys.